Expect a team who is preparing for a long time to play Flamengo, to know Zico and the other players, and we expect to do a good match for the person who comes to the stage and show them the traditional football of Brazil.
Vic Rutter along with Graham Leggett, glad that you could be with us. And Graham, as we get ready for this game between Flamengo of Brazil and the Toronto Blizzard, the skydiver just off the mark brings in the game ball. And we are moments away from kickoff here in front of a crowd which I would say is between 12 and maybe 14,000. Let's check the starting 11 for Flamengo under head coach Tele Santana.
Well, he's gone with a 4-4-2 lineup. Cantarelli in goal, Leandro, Marcio Rossini, Rogerio and Leonardo, the back four. In midfield, Renato, Ailton, Zico, of course, and Zinho, the midfielders. And up front, a youngster, Alcindo and Nando.
Alcindo is a 21-year-old forward, and he has been with Flamengo for 4 years. Their starting goalkeeper is a 36-year-old Cantarelli. He's been with the Flamengo organization for 10 years. Right now, their second string keeper, because several members of Flamengo are playing with the Brazilian national side, currently involved in the America's Cup. The starting 11 for the Toronto Blizzard and head coach Tony Taylor.
Well, Tony Taylor's going to go with a 4-3-3. Pat Harrington in goal, Landry and McCallum, Acevedo and Falzon in the back four, Rajbali, Sanchez and Masher in midfield. Up front, Fitzgerald, Pesci Solido and the veteran David Byrne.
Right now, he is the #1 keeper in the CSL with 4 shutouts and a goals against of .78. Pat Harrington, the 24-year-old, a year ago in 26 games, he had 11 shutouts, and he was the #1 keeper. Black and red balloons fill the sky of varsity. Black and red, of course, the colors of Flamengo of Brazil. Up front for the Toronto Blizzard, the 3-man front, of course. John Fitzgerald, David Byrne with the ponytail. 4 goals so far this season after spending the indoor year with Minnesota. And he has come back and added a quick scoring punch to the Toronto Blizzard. The Blizzard in their white tops, red shorts and red socks, and Flamengo in their red and black striped shirts, white shorts. And it is an absolutely gorgeous night for soccer. There's a bit of a gusting wind from the north, so that may be a factor. And we're underway. The referee is Mr. Tony Evangelista. Flamengo of Brazil, the Toronto Blizzard, Canada Day Cup from Varsity Stadium.
And of course the crowd, almost 15,000, eager to see Flamengo show the skills that made them a world-famous side. Lots of youngsters in this side. They look so young coming onto the field this evening, but they can certainly play.
Pesci Solido moves up to challenge Rossini, and now it's Paul Pesci Solido, has Byrne, and now Byrne will lay it back for Joseph Masher. This is Scott Landry for John Fitzgerald. Tries to get it through, and it's pushed into touch. Now, you've had a chance in your career to coach against Brazilian teams. What did you do when you coached?
Well, when I coached the Metros against Santos, I told the side to go at them right away, because nobody goes at Santos and very few teams go at Flamengo, so they're not accustomed to it. The result was that after 3 minutes, the Metros were leading Santos 2-0, but we eventually lost 3-2. But you have to go at these teams. They're much better offensively than they are defensively.
Sanchez for Toronto gives it away. Leandro on the far side for Renato. Leandro right at midfield. We're just underway here at Varsity Stadium. Canada Day Cup, Flamengo of Brazil and the Toronto Blizzard of the Canadian Soccer League. Elton for Zinho. The great Zico has yet to touch the ball. Fitzgerald wins it quickly, and Pesci Solido then gives it away on the give and go. Rogerio for Elton. Zico with his first touch plays it up the middle. It'll go too far. Harrington with his first play of the ball, the Blizzard keeper.
And Tony Taylor made a good point at the top of the show. This is a good yardstick by which to measure just how far this Toronto Blizzard side has come.
Leonardo, and there's the example of what you said. Leonardo, the left fullback, way up deep in Toronto territory.
What a nice young kid. Speaks lovely English. And wait till you see these two fullbacks play, folks. They play like wingers. They break so quickly.
The first corner of the game. Flamengo of Brazil. Pat Harrington out. All 6 foot 4 inches of him corrals the ball and has no trouble. Ruben Acevedo for Joseph Masher. Fitzgerald. And Pesce Salido making runs up front, and Charlie Falzon is brought down. And Mr. Evangelista wants to have a talk with Marcio Rossini, and Zico in now to say everything is all right. Chip to the near side. John Fitzgerald trying to control. Still in play. Fitzgerald for Rami Rajbali. David Byrne lays it back for Sanchez. To the far side of the box, and just a little too far for Joseph Masher. 36-year-old Cantarelli is the keeper for this Flamengo side. As we say, the Brazilian national team involved right now in the America's Cup. People not with the lineup. Their #1 keeper, Zé Carlos. Players such as Bebeto, Aldair, and Jorinho. And
Bebeto is going to be the new superstar for Flamengo. Brilliant striker.
Rogerio. Leonardo is on the left side. Zico is in the middle. Zico with the ball goes into the center circle. Alcindo makes the run. Being watched closely, lays it off. A little give and go. Intercepted by Charlie Falzon. For Ruben Acevedo. Sergio Sanchez. Sanchez quickly into the middle for David Byrne. Now it's Fitzgerald for the Blizzard. Into the middle for Sanchez. Sanchez left side of the box, and it's pushed over the end line, and it'll be the first corner kick for the Toronto Blizzard.
And the ball was running beautifully for Sergio Sanchez. He had it on his left foot. It was sitting perfectly to hit, and he teed it up just one touch too many, lost the chance. You don't get too many opportunities in the box. When you get them, you've got to hit them, Sergio.
Fitzgerald, Byrne are all up front, and it's headed away by Flamengo. Trevor McCallum. And a giveaway now by the Blizzard, and it's a 3-on-1 break. Landry moving back quickly. Nice sliding play to keep control. Elton. And now the offside flag by Mr. George Botic on the far side, as Renato had broken too quickly, and he was offside.
And very careless play by Flamengo with a 3-on-1 break to allow themselves to be called back on the offside. Not very intelligent play at all for a team with Flamengo's experience. But it showed there the pace that Flamengo have.
McCallum with the neat move to get away. This is Rajbali for the Blizzard for David Byrne. David Byrne cuts it in for Pesce Salido, and it skips by him to Cantrell. Rogerio just outside the box. Elton, Forzinho, Rogerio, Zico. Elton being marked by David Byrne, lays it off for Elton. Zinho gets a little bump from Rajbali. Rami Rajbali is a new player out of Harvard University. An All-American, Canadian, former under-19 national team member. He was on the honors list at Harvard. Business graduate, and he is quite the story.
Quite a game to come in against Flamengo. Good move by Tony Taylor. Shows a lot of confidence to put him in midfield.
Throw in for Flamengo, Alcindo. Little bit give and go as they work it through Zico at midfield, and then it's taken away nicely by the Blizzard. Played forward for Pesce Solido. David Byrne is in the middle, but it'll be intercepted by Rogerio as the pass had to go too far. Trevor McCallum. Initially, McCallum wasn't in the starting lineup at center back, but Tony Taylor decided to move Landry to the outside and put McCallum in.
And they felt that that gave them more versatility at the back, because Simon plays purely as a right back, but Landry, McCallum and Alcindo can all interchange and take the front runner.
Zico forward from the sunlight into the shadows. Leonardo gets through, and he's brought down by John Fitzgerald.
How about that? That's the fullback being tackled in the box by the winger. And I think we can see a lot of that this evening with Leonardo coming forward from his fullback position and young John Fitzgerald forced to back check to cover the fullback. Quite a reverse, obviously.
Leandro, Hilton, Rogerio, and you'll hear several whistles from the people in the crowd, the continual samba music of Brazil. Zinho trying to work his way by Landry, marking him. Fitzgerald has come back, and now McCallum heads it up. Here comes Harrington. A little push from the back from Harrington, and McCallum will control for the Blizzard. Fitzgerald goes across field for Masher, and Leandro will control and leave it for Cantarelli. Leandro, the 22-year-old. Charlie Falzon charged with the foul, and it'll be a free kick for Flamengo. We play just under 10 minutes of this first half at Varsity Stadium. Canada Day Cup soccer, Flamengo of Brazil and the Toronto Blizzard scoreless. Joseph Masher takes control. Masher trying to work by Ailton and plays it forward. Looking for Sanchez, but just a little too far.
It's heavy with one hand. I know, but it's heavy.
Rogerio for Leonardo. Zinho. Rogerio. Marcio Rossini. Leandro. Renato. Zico. Pesce Solido marking him for Toronto. Renato. Leandro making a run from his right fullback spot. Zico being double-teamed. And now Flamengo will set it up again. Rogerio nearly gives it away. Zinho there to cover up. Byrne marking him. Leonardo for Rogerio. Leandro. Renato. Charlie Falzon there in defense for Toronto. Zico. Play on, says Mr. Evangelista. Now the through ball. It's there, Falzon. Marking Alcindo. Still loose. Nando is there, and then Harrington will cover up as Falzon plays it back. But the first real good opportunity for Flamengo.
Good run, but good covering by the Toronto Blizzard defenders. They closed down the gap, managed to block the shot, and when the ball rebounded to Nando, the first touch wasn't good enough for him to get under control and get another shot on goal. But Flamengo beginning to show that one-touch soccer, that whenever the person on the ball is looking for an opening to push it to, here's Telly Santana, the Brazilian coach.
Fitzgerald near sideline, headed into touch by Zinho. It'll be throw-in for Toronto. Landry for Byrne. David Byrne came dressed in a tuxedo tie and shirt tonight. He thought it was a formal occasion. He, like all the players, enjoy exhibitions against some of the top teams. Zinho trying to break through. It's through now, looking for the offside. No. Yes, Flamengo. Flamengo of Brazil. The Blizzard looking for the offside. They didn't get it, and then he just stepped around Pat Harrington.
What a brilliant goal. What great control by Nando. Franz Harrington slots it home. 1-0 after 13 minutes. Great ball by Zinho.
Flamengo with a 1-0 lead on the goal by Nando. And they worked that through ball so well. They tried it a little earlier, were stopped, and Harrington got to that one. But this time, Toronto trying to play that little offside trap, and they didn't make it work.
Beautiful ball by Zinho, but the timing of Nando's run was just superb. A little bit earlier, and he would have been offside. Perfect timing. What a beautiful ball by Zinho.
Alcindo with a nice bit of dipsy-doodle to get away from Joseph Masher. And there again, the long ball. This time they couldn't get it by Charlie Falzon. Near side for Zinho. Zinho cuts to the middle. Pesce Salido can't get there. Leandro for Renato. Zinho has gone from the left side over to the right. And now Flamengo start to put on a bit of a show. Zico, through ball, and the offside flag. As Leandro was way offside. Tony Taylor hoped not to give up a goal too early. 13 minutes isn't very early, but it was a beauty.
Beautiful goal, and it just shows that pace. That's what created that goal, the speed of Nando, just that quick off the mark to get to the ball first, and then once he was one-on-one with Harrington, no contest.
Sanchez. Rajbali can't get it by midfield. Now it's Scott Landry. Ruben Acevedo, Trevor McCallum. And now the Blizzard's starting to feel some of the pressure of Flamengo, and their defensive four are being, in essence, forechecked. Pat Harrington now trying to settle things down. Harrington with a throw over the midfield stripe for David Byrne. Pesce Salido. Sergio Sanchez. Pesce Salido. Rajbali tries to work his way through, but too many red and black striped shirts. Elton. Zinho plays it back for Zico. Oh, what a beautiful ball to this near side for Renato. As Renato and Zinho have now crossed, and it's finally cleared away. It's 1-0 Flamengo of Brazil leading the Toronto Blizzard. We'll have more Canada Day Cup soccer action on TSN in just a moment.
Play Walt Disney World Baseball Magic at all A&P Dominion stores. This year, 3 ways to win. Win up to $10,000 instantly. Win trips for 2 to Orlando, Florida, home of Walt Disney World. All trips provided by Treasure Tour.
Welcome back. Pat Harrington kicks it away off the corner kick. Zico tees it up but couldn't get it by the white and red wall of the Toronto Blizzard. David Byrne. Rogerio intercepts. McCallum, Fitzgerald goes up, and Rogerio wins the battle of the head ball. But after that quick burst by the Blizzard to begin the game, it has now all been Flamengo.
They just look a little sharper on the ball, but David Byrne making good space there to get wide on the right wing. And that's to be expected. Flamengo, the competition they play against, way superior to what the Blizzard play against. You expect them to be quicker off the mark, quicker to the ball, a little more skillful on the ball.
Cantarelli rolls it forward for Ailton. Leandro. Rossini, Leandro. In the last bit of sunlight here at Varsity Stadium, the entire stadium now almost in shadow.
And you can hear the music, and you have to feel that the Brazilians are actually playing to the beat of the music. They've got that rhythm whenever they're on the ball. Looks as if they're really enjoying themselves.
Fitzgerald near side for the Blizzard. Trying to bust his way into the box. Rajbali, and it's pushed into touch very neatly by Ailton. Now imagine there are about 12,000 here at Varsity Stadium. When Flamengo play, they play sometimes in front of 200,000 in Rio de Janeiro.
At the Maracana Stadium, 210,000. What a sight. Oh, what a good run, but just...
Offside! Offside! It's been blown down. Alcindo on the right side, but once again, Mr. George Botic, the linesman on the far side, had his flag up immediately. No hesitation.
No hesitation, but Alcindo just about beat that offside trap again. Great speed, good vision to pop that ball through. He just went a little too early.
The through ball for the Blizzard doesn't work. Cantarelli on the edge of the box will throw it out to Zico. Pesce Solido pressing. Leandro. Rossini. Zico. For Leandro, who has moved up. For Zico, and Sanchez gets a toe in. Rossini for Zico and Rogerio, and it is all one touch.
And Zico quite content to just stand in the center circle, take the ball like he's doing now, have a little look, and just push it wide to somebody.
And Zico does just that as he goes to Renato. Ailton makes a run. That's where the ball goes to Ailton. Zico trying to slip it through for Renato, and it doesn't go. Broken up neatly by Sanchez. The ball for Fitzgerald, a little too long. Rajbali. Renato for Ailton. Leandro. Alcindo and Leandro work the give and go. Masher back to defend. Falzo in there as well. Alcindo, Ailton. This is the great Zico, chips it through. McCallum gets up. And the foul is on Alcindo for backing into Trevor McCallum. Alcindo, the 21-year-old in his fourth year with Flamengo.
And when Zico took that square ball, as we look at Alcindo, who was guilty of that foul in his fourth year, as you said, he's 21. When Zico took that ball about 3-4 yards outside the box, there was a hush came over the crowd. They expected him to crack it like he used to, but he seems quite content this evening just to play the role of playmaker, not goal scorer. But believe me, he can do them both.
Pesce Solido for Joseph Masher. David Byrne makes the run in the middle. Rajbali is there as well. Sanchez tees it up, goes for his near post, and is wide by about 5 feet. A couple of these Blizzard players will, of course, know what it's like to play in South America. Center back Ruben Acevedo. Jorge Rodriguez is on the bench. And Sergio Sanchez. They are all from Argentina.
Well, they'll know Flamengo for sure, but I'm sure that every other Blizzard player will know Flamengo too, because this side is known worldwide. They've, through the years, produced some fabulous players.
Renato. Leonardo. Zico. As it seems, all the players except for Zico in the middle have free rein. They can run almost where they will. Leandro for Alcindo, and it goes into touch. But it does look like that you just run, find space, and somehow the ball will get to you.
Well, there's so many people running off the ball that the ball carrier's got about 5 options as to who he wants to give the ball to. And that's the secret. It's all very well doing work on the ball, but it's the running off the ball that creates the spaces.
Rajbali, as Zinho gets back to take it away. Renato brought down by Trevor McCallum. And quickly, out comes the yellow card from Mr. Tony Evangelista as McCallum got the spikes up just a little bit.
Well, Renato went past him like a dose of salts there. There was nothing that Trevor could do. I think the speed of Renato contributed to the foul more than Trevor's mistiming of the tackle. And about 6 Flamengo players lining up as if they all want to take this free kick, and they're all waiting for Zico to show us his famous banana kick from there. But it's a little too far out, but who knows?
Zico is there, Alcindo is there, Renato as well. Renato over, Zico will try to chip it through for Alcindo, and it doesn't go. Sanchez, Fitzgerald can't clear for the Blizzard. Leandro has it go into touch, and it'll be throw in for Flamengo for Leandro. Rossini. Oh, Rossini under some pressure, and now Rossini, as Pesce Solido is charged with the foul by Mr. Evangelista. As the young 18-year-old Pesce Solido was on Rossini very quickly, and he had to cover up. Hilton for Zico. Alcindo tries to get it through. McCallum is there, just outside the box. Alcindo is charged with the foul, pushing off, and it'll be a free kick for the Toronto Blizzard.
We mentioned that this Flamengo side has produced some great players over the years. Listen to this: Zizinho, Joel, Socrates, Tita, Junior, and of course the little bird Garrincha. Great names from the past, all starred with Flamengo. And quite a few still to come. Zico, of course, and Bebeto, I think, could be one of the biggest stars of all time.
This Flamengo club, founded originally as a sailing club in Rio de Janeiro back in 1895, and they began playing soccer around 1911.
And you're going to say that they're cruising through this game?
No, I wouldn't do that. But now they're a full-service club in Rio de Janeiro. They offer judo and ballet and all kinds of sporting and cultural activities to their community. So not just soccer, Flamengo, more than that. Played into the middle. This is Zico, pushes it through. Oh, Renato is robbed by Harrington. Zico and Renato combining on a great give and go, and Harrington was there for Toronto.
And once again, the Toronto defense guilty of ball watching. They're mesmerized by the ball, and as they're watching it, then the Flamengo player makes the run behind them, clean through, but Pat Harrington came out very well, read it beautifully.
Hilton, Rogerio to Zico. Zico directing traffic as if he was at the major intersection, wanting his forwards to go in different directions. Now it's the Blizzard. Rajbali needs some help though. David Byrne is in the middle. Hilton back to mark him. Rajbali makes the run. and has it taken off him neatly by Rogerio. What a nice sliding tackle by the Flamengo center back who plays it to Cantarelli.
Once again, Flamengo get behind the Blizzard defense, but look at Harrington. Great save, Pat.
The #1 keeper in the Canadian Soccer League, Pat Harrington, forced to come up with a save that prevents it from being 2-0. Nando with the goal at 13 minutes has Flamengo on top 1-0 here against the Toronto Blizzard. Nando to the far side for Leandro. Zinho. Nice move to get away from Landry. Acevedo. Sanchez. David Byrne for Joseph Masher. Top of the box, Joseph Masher. Turns and waits. Needs some help. Pesha Salido now trying to get inside the box. David Byrne is there, and then it's cleared out of danger very quickly. But the offside flag from the near side linesman, Vince Rush.
Good hustle by Tony Pesha Salido. David Byrne tried to get to the rebound, but by that time, the near side linesman, Vince Rush, had put his flag up. David Byrne offside, free kick to Flamengo. But good hustle by young Pesha Salido. Not an easy task to play against Rossini and Rogerio.
Leandro. Ailton for Zico. Alcindo trying to get away in Kent. Sanchez. Ruben Acevedo. The two Argentinians combining. Joseph Masher now for the Blizzard. Trying to work his way past Rossini. Sanchez for David Byrne. Oh, and it's quickly just lifted right off his boot by Leonardo, and the fullback making a great run. Alcindo into the middle, and Harrington will come out and beat them all to the ball. David Byrne, as the pace is picked up now. And there's no question about Flamengo's fitness, but you have to wonder how long the Blizzard can keep this up. Fitzgerald is out. Cantarelli playing it well. Out to read it, and the veteran keeper was there to take it away from the Blizzard midfielder.
Well, a good goalkeeper plays like a sweeper. He has to be on the edge of his box for these through balls. Cantarelli read it well, and the veteran was first to the ball. Robbed a certain goal for John Fitzgerald. Good tackle. Not too often you see a goalkeeper come out and win the ball outside the box.
Fitzgerald can't get it by Rogerio, and that's the second great sliding tackle we've seen from Rogerio as he just swiped it off the feet of Fitzgerald.
Timing, it has to be perfect timing or else it's a free kick. But we've seen Rogerio give a clinic on sliding tackles this evening, although the turf down there is a little lush, little long, and he obviously feels very confident he's not going to get hurt.
Very few games of soccer here at Varsity this year, as the Toronto Blizzard have moved their home stadium to Centennial in Etobicoke in the western part of metropolitan Toronto. David Byrne. Sanchez makes a run up the middle. This is Joseph Masher. Can't get by Marcio Rossini as they wait just one step too long. Played through for Zinho, and he's offside.
But as Joseph Masher broke on the left there, the quality of runs off the ball was not as good as Flamengo have been showing. And Tony Taylor realizes this, I'm sure, that the ball carrier does not have the options for the Blizzard that the Flamengo ball carrier does.
Charlie Falzon plays it into the middle. David Byrne can't get away. Ailton will play into Cantarelli. But it's games like this that you hope Canadian players will learn something. I mean, there's some validity to playing exhibitions like this because you see and you want to emulate.
No doubt about it. To play against Flamengo with the players they've got and the way they play, it's an education, and so far the Toronto Blizzard have certainly not been embarrassed. They're holding their own. They've given up about 3 chances, 1 goal. They've yet to create a real scoring chance at the other end, but I think they're approaching the game with the right attitude.
Zinho is brought down by Joseph Masher at midfield, quickly taken by Flamengo.
And certainly it's nice to see a crowd like this at Varsity Stadium for a Blizzard game. Although if they can't draw a crowd for Flamengo, then you might as well pack it up in this city.
Alcindo being watched by Masher. Foul zone comes over and pushes the ball into touch, and it'll be throw-in for Flamengo. Great crowd on hand. Brazilian flags, Canadian flags, and of course the beat of the samba music. Zico. Oh, what a nice move. He gave Pesha Solido a lesson right there. Zico! Yes! Zico!
It almost looked in slow motion. Not the Zico of all. He didn't have the sharpness, he didn't have the pace, but he had the skills and he had the experience. And it looked as if the Toronto Blizzard were giving him too much respect. Like, I don't want to be the one to bring down Zico. Great skills by the veteran. The tackles are just not there. Pat Harrington gets a finger to it, but Zico has pleased the crowd. They wanted to see Zico score. Trevor McCallum could have walked in and just hit him hard, but you don't do that to Zico when there's 15,000 people come to see the Brazilian legend. Just a marvelous goal. After 32 minutes, it's now 2-0 for Flamengo.
Zico at midfield will take control for Flamengo. Near side for Renato. Pushed into touch. Throw in. Leonardo. Renato. Hilton. Overlaps with Zico. Little through ball as they look for Renato, and it's a giveaway. Zico. But now the Blizzard totally under pressure here by Flamengo with about 10 minutes to go in the first half. Zico. Leandro has made a run into the box, and Landry was back to defend. Sanchez for Pesha Solido. Leaves it for Falzon. And the through ball for Sanchez doesn't get there as Hilton takes it. Leandro, Hilton. The through ball, this is Renato, and Harrington is there.
Good challenge back by Charlie Falzon. If there's 2 players on this side that can match Flamengo for speed, it's John Fitzgerald and Charlie Falzon.
Leonardo with the through ball. Looking for Alcindo. Falzon back to mark him. Nando, who scored the opening goal. Renato tries it himself. Harrington is there. Masher. Sergio Sanchez across midfield for the Toronto Blizzard. They trail 2-0. Pesha Solido can't get away from Rogerio. Then Leonardo is pushed off the ball. Fitzgerald for Toronto. Leonardo back to mark him. Into the middle, looking for David Byrne, who got ahead to it and punches it over the end line. David Byrne, 4 goals since returning to the Toronto Blizzard from the MISL. He's been a fixture with Toronto teams for a number of years now, dating back to the NASL.
And one of his goals against Ottawa was the 100th goal scored in the CSL this season. Who said there was no goals in Canadian soccer?
Lots of them. We've seen a couple of 7-goal games. Sanchez to take this corner for Toronto, their 2nd corner of the game. Far side, Pesha Solido just can't get up. He isn't going to out-jump Marcio Rossini.
Nobody give it a good effort. That's one thing you get from the youngster. He'll give you 100%. Lots of courage for a youngster. Of course, the Toronto Blizzards first-round draft choice overall, the #1 pick in the CSL, and he's certainly living up to his pre-season billing.
4 goals so far this year for Pesce Solito, but does Zico, did he ever turn him inside out on his goal? Sanchez again, near post, Cantarelli comes out, and again, it's Rogerio who gets the head to it, and Cantarelli says thank you very much, and it'll be another corner kick for the Blizzard. One of the Argentinians getting a chance to play against his South American countryman. Sanchez crosses it, and this time it doesn't get through, headed away. Rajbali and then Acevedo can't clear. Zico, Ailton, Rossini, Rogerio. Oh, and Pesce Solito ran right over that ball. It's an interesting formation the way they play at the back. Flamengo, they play the 2 center backs, and really their wingers or their fullbacks aren't even in the picture.
No, but they have as much pace that if they get caught up, then about 3-4 players can get back quickly enough, and they've all got the freedom to go forward. If there's an opening, there's no restrictions. Just go forward, try and score, and somebody will slot in behind them. It's a great way to play this game, but then I've always enjoyed the way Brazil play.
The foul is on the club from Brazil, Flamengo. It'll be a free kick for the Toronto Blizzard. We have just over 6 minutes to play in this first half here at Varsity Stadium. Canada Day Cup soccer, Flamengo of Brazil leading Toronto Blizzard 2-0. Rajbali trying to play it for Pesce Solito, and it just doesn't work. Zico takes it away from Sanchez. Sinho. Renato overlaps. Ailton. Past Zico, and now it's the veteran Zico taking control at midfield. Little give and go. Leonardo has moved up, and Leonardo is their left fullback, #4, and he's playing like a forward up in the middle. There you see the time remaining in this first half. 5.5 minutes. Fitzgerald just outside the box. Fitzgerald. Rogerio is back again. Into the middle for Ailton. And they'll work it neatly and without mistake to Cantarelli. 22-year-old Ailton, 4-year member of this Flamengo side. Listed as a midfielder, but he plays more to the back than some of the fullbacks do. Renato, Leonardo, Rajbali marking him for Toronto. This is Ailton moving up now. Ailton cuts to the middle. Zico will take control. Zico for Leonardo, and he gives it away. Giveaway again by the Blizzard, but they control. Sanchez a little too far for David Byrne. Rossini for Ailton, who gets away from the tackle of Sanchez. The through ball for Ailton, looking for the handball, and they get it. As Rajbali was saying, referee off his arm, and it was blown dead by Mr. Evangelista.
But what a good run again. You lay the ball off, then they just dart into the hole, and they get there at the same time as the ball.
Renato pulls at the jersey of Sanchez. Free kick for the Blizzard. To the far side for Charlie Falzon. Into touch, it'll be throw-in for Flamengo. Alcindo for Leandro and back. Little give and go. Leandro. Alcindo for Leandro. Acevedo is there to mark him. And it'll go over the bar, and it'll be goal kick. Leandro, in his very first season,
Good running off the ball, but for once, a very poor quality cross as Leandro slices it way in behind the goal. But great running. In fact, there was Leandro and Alcindo both going for that ball. Either one of them could have been free on the right wing. Just lots of running off the ball by this Flamengo club, and the passing has been superb.
Harrington upfield, and the ball is cut off by Flamengo. Ailton for Rossini. Renato for Zico, and just one touch. Look at this. To Rossini, to Rogerio, one touch to Zico. One touch, and back again. Rogerio midfield for Flamengo, who lead 2-0 with 2.5 minutes to play in the first half here at Varsity Stadium. Zico. Ailton has made space in the middle. Sanchez with the tackle, and the foul is on the Blizzard midfielder, Sergio Sanchez. Zinho. Leandro, and back again. Leonardo. Leonardo has it taken away neatly. Pesce Solido makes the run and then drops it for Sanchez. John Fitzgerald will go to the outside. Ailton marking him for Flamengo. Pesce Solido quickly. Rogerio is on top of Pesce Solido, and he came in with both feet, and Pesce Solido is down.
Just watch him come in with both feet off the ground. Young Pesce Solido takes it right on the shin bone. Referee Tony Evangelista right on the spot. Free kick, and maybe David Byrne will try one from here.
And the trainer, Bob Gringmuth, out to have a look at 18-year-old Paul Pesce Solido. 4 goals so far this season. The #1 draft pick, as Graham mentioned, out of the Scarborough Blues here in metropolitan Toronto.
And this will be a good time for the Toronto Blizzard to pull one back. About a minute to go to half-time. Tony Taylor would love a goal here.
David Byrne is there. Falzon is number 22. David Byrne is number 20. Sanchez. Byrne now wondering about the wall, but Mr. Evangelista says it's 10 yards. David Byrne tries it, puts it right off the heart of that wall, and then Falzon tries the Hail Mary. And David Byrne still not happy with Mr. Evangelista and where that wall was set up.
Well, funnily enough, the Flamengo players only had 4 red shirts in that wall. Charlie Falls on left foot is a beauty, but that shot was high, wide, and not too handsome, Charlie, was it?
Ailton looks upfield, doesn't like it, and leaves it for Rogerio. Rossini. Cantarelli will come to the near side for Zinho. Ailton. Leandro. And the whistle from Mr. Evangelista to end this first half of play here at Varsity Stadium, and Flamengo with a 2-0 lead.
And a good entertaining first half. Flamengo showing skill on the ball, the Blizzard showing plenty of effort, and 2-0 down to a side like Flamengo. Not a bad score for the Toronto Blizzard.
Goals by Nando at 13 minutes and the great Zico at 32 minutes as the samba beat fills Varsity Stadium. And the Brazilian fans happy with their team, Flamengo, leading the Toronto Blizzard 2-0 at halftime. Canada Day Cup soccer continues here on TSN when we come back.
Como flash eletrizante, estufando a rede num possível gol de placa. Estufando a rede num possível gol de placa. Oh, é falta na entrada da área. Adivinha quem vai bater? O galinho de Quintino chegou. e tá inspirado, ele procura a inspiração. E cada gol, cada toque, cada jogada é um deleite para os apaixonados do esporte bretão. E cada gol, cada toque, cada jogada é um deleite para os apaixonados do esporte bretão.
The great Zico, and there is some debate of his age. Some say 32, some 34, but no debate. He is retiring in August.
Yes, and the game will miss him because he showed tonight you don't have to be full of speed if you're full of skill, because he scored his goal with no pace at all. He just walked past defender after defender, knocked it past Harrington. Great game. He's not broken sweat yet. He may not do so the whole game, but he'll put his mark on it.
But isn't that something of a true veteran, the good veterans? You notice it in all sports. I mean, in hockey, you don't necessarily skate as much as you would. He sits in the midfield and is, as we said, like the policeman, and he directs traffic.
Well, he's directing the whole game. He's like an orchestra leader. He said, give it to me, I'll lay it off. Everything goes through him. Fabulous performance. Obviously, not the Zico of old, but still a great, great player.
Zico has one goal, Nando has the other. We'll show you highlights from the first half here at Varsity on an absolutely beautiful Brazilian night. Flamengo 2-0 over Toronto. Canada Day Cup soccer on TSN.
At Home Hardware, we've poured everything into our new Wood Shield exterior stains. They're specially formulated for our harsh Canadian climate.
Welcome home.
Wood Shield stains provide quality protection against fading, cracking, and decay. And just look at your choice.
Welcome home.
85 beautiful colors.
Welcome home.
Home Hardware.
Home of the handyman.
Quaker State with QSX exceeds every single car maker's Canadian requirements for maximum engine protection. So Quaker State engines don't know when to quit, because Quaker State oil doesn't know when to quit. The big Q stands for quality.
If you haven't seen what Zenith's been doing lately, what you've been missing?
Sunday nights mean the CSL on TSN. Join Vic Rauter and Graham Leggett when the Hamilton Steelers take on the Winnipeg Fury live Sunday, July 9th, starting at 7:30 Eastern. Sunday nights mean the CSL on TSN.
Flamengo leading the Toronto Blizzard 2-0 here at Varsity Stadium. Welcome back, everybody, to Canada Day Cup Soccer here on TSN. Vic Rauter along with Graham Leggett. Your thought was that if Toronto would stand a chance here or make it interesting, that they should take the game to Flamengo. And I thought they did early, but after that initial penetration, then it was Flamengo, and Nando got Flamengo on the board at 13 minutes.
And it was caused by speed. Just what Zinho get the ball and make some great runs. Now, as he's getting ready to push it, Nando makes the run. Harrington comes out. Nando's skill takes him past Harrington into the open net. 1-0 after 13 minutes. This is the finish. Great skill. Good control. Harrington's got no chance. He has to commit himself. Nando walks round him, picked that out. After 13 minutes, 1-0. Lots of pace in that goal, but in this goal, the legendary Zico shows that balance and timing can make up for his lack of pace these days. He walks past the defenders. Harrington gets a fingertip to it, but is frustrated. He can't keep it out of the net. It's 2-0. And there's Zico. Good balance, great skills as usual. Not the power of old, but it still goes into the net, 2-0. And Zico shows that balance and timing so very important in this game.
For you and I who follow the Canadian Soccer League on a weekly basis, the biggest difference has to be the pace. This is just one step or two steps better.
Yes, it is, and it's expected to be one pace or two paces quicker than the CSL because the competition that Flamengo enjoy in the regular season is way above the CSL. But I still think that the Toronto Blizzard are putting up a good show, and in this game, as we saw last week with Montreal, nothing is for sure.
All right, when we come back, second half action, and the Toronto Blizzard will have to fight their way back. Flamengo leading 2-0 over Toronto, Canada Day Cup Soccer on TSN.
This is a research laboratory. It tries and fails to make Castrol motor oil break down. It's the place where Castrol is torture tested to meet the requirements of those who punish motor oil the most. You. The everyday Canadian driver. Castrol XLR, the oil engineered for today's cars. Look for Castrol at these and other leading retailers.
We're just about ready for the second half here at Varsity Stadium, Canada Day Cup Soccer. Flamengo on goals by Nando and Zico, leading the Toronto Blizzard 2-0. The two teams being called to center field, and the wind seems to have died down as well. And maybe a blessing for Toronto because they would have been going right into the teeth of it here in this second half. The Toronto Blizzard has the whistle from Mr. Evangelista, gets us underway. Second half action, the Blizzard in their white tops, red shorts, and red stockings. Flamengo in their traditional black and red shirts with white pants and their striped socks. Trevor McCallum to the near side, but nobody was there. Leandro for Hilton. Leandro ahead for Renato. Joseph Masher for Toronto battles at the near sideline, but then is surrounded by three Flamengo players and loses it. Leonardo being challenged by Rajbali and has it taken away. Pesha Solido can't get away. Now Scott Landry for Toronto. For Sanchez. And one substitution for Flamengo. Zico is on the bench after playing the first half. Zico is out of the game, and 19-year-old Marquinhos from the Flamengo youth team has come into the game in midfield, replacing Zico. 14 Marquinhos. And there you see Zico playing his first half and scoring one goal as Flamengo lead 2-0.
Well, he didn't raise the sweat in the first half, and he certainly won't raise the sweat in the second half, sitting on the bench. A big moan of disappointment went up from the Flamengo fans when they saw Zico sitting on the bench. They came to see Zico. They were satisfied with the first half. They would have loved to have seen him play the second half.
The ball through for Ailton will go into touch, and it'll be a throw-in for Toronto. Foul zone. David Byrne. Joseph Masher gets away. Play on, says Mr. Evangelista. Sanchez has some space in the middle. Ailton comes over to mark him for Flamengo. Pesha Solido near side. Heads it down, trying to get around Leandro, but can't, and it's cleared away. And again, Mr. Evangelista saying no complaints from Pesha Solido. Let's play. Leandro. David Byrne up to challenge him, and they'll play it to Rossini. Ailton. Marquinhos with the ball to Rossini.
And as they play it around at the back, there's constant movement by the front runners. They're interchanging, they're crisscrossing. There's no one standing still.
Marquinhos. Leandro plays it back for Rossini, and Flamengo will try again.
Flamengo right now saying to the Blizzard, come forward and take it from us. They realize the white shirts are getting back there to consolidate the defense. They want to draw them out a little bit, and that quick ball just a little too sharp, offside. Good run by Leandro, and Telly Santana had a great deal of success with the Brazilian national side. Won 2 World Cups. Great soccer knowledge, Telly Santana.
Landry ahead for Pesce-Solido, and back again. Landry for the Blizzard, who trailed 2-0 early second half here at Varsity Stadium. Now the giveaway by Sanchez, and here come Flamengo. Oh, the through ball nicely played for Zinho, and then he can't get it across. Fitzgerald. The give and go works well. Rajbali. And just over the head of Pesce-Solido, Zinho. Leandro Rossini. Pesce-Solido up the pressure here. Rogerio. Marquinhos. Rossini. And Leandro. As the back four do all the work, and right now, little or nothing happening on the field, but as Graham says, if the Blizzard want to do anything with it, they'll have to take it away or wait for a mistake. And there was the bad pass. Sanchez looking for David Byrne, who makes the run. And Nando back to mark, and no problem for the keeper, Cantarella.
And the last 3 possessions that the Toronto Blizzard have had, they've tried these impossible long balls.
Harrington waits for the ball to come into his area. Falzo for David Byrne, trying to sidestep Rossini, who takes it away from him and plays it to Cantarella. Head coach Tony Taylor has this exhibition game, but then has to prepare for the Canadian Soccer League as well. And the Calgary Strikers are the next opponent for the Blizzard. The Toronto Blizzard currently in first place in the Eastern Division, 2 points ahead of North York, 4 up on Hamilton. Masher with the throw-in for Pesce-Solido. Marquinhos there. And it's quickly taken away. Zinho. Alcindo! Just over the bar, Alcindo making the run.
He saw big Trevor McCallum coming across there just as he was going to shoot, lifted his head a little bit, knocked it way over, but Alcindo not afraid to mix it up. There's the run, great run by Alcindo. He thinks he's got a goal all ready for the picking here. Watch Trevor McCallum get across just at the last minute, gets his challenge in, forces him to shoot high. But great run, good angle. Pat Harrington covering it. Trevor McCallum getting in the little touch, along with Pesce-Solido doing well to get back.
Rossini with the long ball brought down nicely. And then just failing to control was Nando. Harrington plays it for Acevedo to Sanchez. Marquinhos gets in there. Nando. And the foul is on Nando, who grabbed at Sanchez, and the Blizzard going back.
Well, Nando was a little lazy there in coming out from the forward position, and we see Charlie Falzo moving forward as number 14 for the Toronto Blizzard. Tom Van Hoosen goes on.
Van Hoosen with his first touch. Tommy Van Hoosen plays it back, and Harrington will cover. out of the game for the Toronto Blizzard. Tom Van-Heusen into the game, number 14 for Toronto. Leandro slow to get up at midfield. Marquinhos with the through ball. Here with the break, Flamengo, another chance. Oh, and just missing. Going for the far post was Renato, who was in all alone. Again, that quick break.
Beautiful break. Pat Harrington started to come, realized he'd got no chance. Renato tries to curve it, but doesn't curve it quite enough, and it goes wide of the post. But what a great run. And once again, the Toronto defense caught flat-footed by the speed of this Flamengo counter-attack.
Pesce-Solido, Falzon. Van-Heusen makes a run up the left. Pesce-Solido grabbed by Nando. No, Marcio Rossi puts the grab on Pesce-Solido.
I tell you what, young Paul Pesce-Solido turned him inside out there. Marcio Rossini had no option but to grab him and haul him back. Great turn by the youngster. And now they're debating who's going to hit this, who's going to cross this. Charlie Falzon obviously will be in the middle of it. And we've got Big Scott Landry and Trevor McCallum up at the far post.
Sergio Sanchez lays it off. Joseph Masher plays it off the Renato. And it goes over the end line. It'll be corner kick for the Blizzard. Played 10 minutes of the second half. There you see Joseph Masher in his first season with the Blizzard after spending a year with the North York Rockets. Landry goes up. Pesce-Solido, and it's finally cleared away by Flamengo. Rajbali can't control. Rogerio. Leonardo.
Offside.
An offside called by Vince Rush as Flamengo tried to get through. A reminder to stay with us right after the game for the TSN Turning Point, brought to you by Remington.
The Remington Electroblade vibrating blade system. With high-speed motor and vibrating twin blades, glides so easily for incredibly close, smooth, comfortable shaves, or your money back. Remington Electroblade.
Flamengo of Brazil continue to lead 2-0 over the Toronto Blizzard with about 34 minutes to play. And the pace has dropped one step here, and if it's going to slow down like this, obviously to the advantage of the Blizzard. But you get the feeling Flamengo could turn it on just as quickly as well.
Well, that's easier said than done. You know, you come out in the second half with the attitude that it's going to be too easy. You don't really concentrate so much, and then you try to raise your game later on, and it's very tough to do. But full marks to the Blizzard for the way they've come out in the second half. They're challenging a bit quicker, they're getting to the ball quicker, and so far they've still to make one good scoring opportunity, but they're certainly enjoying more of the ball possession.
Scott Landry, that long pass is cut off, and you certainly think that they're going to have to work the ball upfield if they're going to penetrate. Here's a chance. Leandro trying to get it across, looking for Nando. Nando is there. McCallum as well will win the ball for the Blizzard as Nando is left in a heap in the center spot. Masher just gives it away as he was trying to hit Rajbali. Van-Heusen, play on as the offside flag went up. Advantage given to Toronto. Pesce-Solido. Rajbali, this is Van-Heusen. And the short pass is not working for Toronto as they do for Flamengo. Marquinhos, Pesce-Solido getting back to make the tackle on him, and Marquinhos went down. John Fitzgerald. Pesce-Solido is in the middle along with Sanchez and Joseph Masher. Pesce-Solido. Masher is on his left. Pesce-Solido, and there's the first good scoring opportunity. And Cantarelli was there for Flamengo.
Cantarelli was 6 yards out of his box, waiting for that shot. He cut down the angle, but what a good run by Paul Pesce-Solido. Went straight at Rogerio, cracked it beautifully, but the experience of Cantarelli, well, the big keeper made it look easy.
Joseph Masher to the far side for Fitzgerald as the Toronto Blizzard now start to come at Flamengo. The cross, Cantarelli is up and he'll take it in front of starting Sanchez.
And that was no contest. Cantarelli is 6'3" against Sergio Sanchez, 5'9".
Little give and go, Joseph Masher. Masher is through Cantarelli. Pesce-Solido just misses. As the Blizzard are starting to make a game of it here now, midway through this second half. And it's pushed into touch.
And Paul Pesce-Solido cannot believe that he missed this. Once again, Cantarelli blocks the shot, comes to foul zone, he mishits it. Paul Pesce-Solido, an extra inch on the end of that young leg, and he may well have put it in, but at least he was in there trying to knock it home. Good pressure by the Toronto Blizzard, and for the first time in this game, they look as if they were going to score.
Zinho. Elton. Leonardo Elton. Marquinhos. Elton. And now Flamengo under a bit of pressure, almost coughing it up. Zinho trying to get it through. Fernando. Out comes Harrington. And Trevor McCallum back to help his keeper and play it to Harrington, who throws it to the near side. Charlie Falzon chips it forward. Rossini for Marquinhos. Rogerio.
And what Toronto's done after that substitution of Tom Van Hoosen for David Byrne is they've moved Paul Pesce-Solido into centre forward. They've got Charlie Falzon playing wide on the left, and Tom Van Hoosen's gone to left fullback. So already they're starting to show a little bit more aggression.
Elton. Zinho. Leonardo. Zinho tried to give and go. Leonardo. Zinho. Nando, Alcindo are in the middle. Marquinhos. Leandro. Alcindo. Pesce-Solido wins the ball. This 18-year-old wins it again, gets it through, and now it's a race. And Pesce-Solido just can't get there.
Well, he can't get there because Marcio Rossino just stood in front of him and prevented the youngster running past him. And he's done that about 3-4 times this evening. It shows that the big centre-back for Flamengo has got a lot of respect for the young Blizzard striker.
Alcindo, little give and go. Nando trying to bust his way through and can't. Harrington with the long throw has Sanchez almost at midfield. Falzon gets by Leandro. Falzon with the run by a sliding tackle of Elton. Sanchez at the edge of the box looking for Falzon, and it's headed away by Rossini.
Just watch the possession and the way these red and black shirts flick this ball around. People moving all the time, people willing to take it, but big Trevor McCallum has the final say.
Sanchez with the cross, and just over the bar and out of play, and it'll be goal kick. Cantarelli has been pressed and forced to make a couple of saves here in the second half, but it remains 2-0 Flamengo of Brazil leading the Toronto Blizzard. Rogerio. Marcelino and Bujica warm up. A couple of Flamengo youth team members on the sidelines here, and Flamengo getting ready to make a couple of more substitutions. Rossini goes across the field for Rogerio.
And looking at the way Flamengo are playing now, you have to think that they're missing Zico, because when they had possession like this, they look for Zico every time in the first half. He's not there. They don't know what to do with it without him.
Oh, nicely hooked away by Ruben Acevedo, the center back for the Blizzard. Zinho clears it through, and again the offside flag, and it's Leonardo, the left fullback.
Well, Leonardo was the one who made the run, but the offside was Alcindo. The linesman here, Vince Rush, at the near side, put his flag up as soon as Alcindo made the run.
Good run by Zinho as he gets it through, and then Leandro, the fullback on this near side, the right side, gave up on the ball, and it was played in front of him. There you see the time remaining, second half here at Varsity Stadium. Flamengo of Brazil leading the Toronto Blizzard 2-0. Acevedo tries to chip it ahead for Sanchez, and the ball is cut off by Rossini. Alcindo for Marquinhos. Leonardo and Fitzgerald will win it for the Blizzard. Harrington throws to Van Heusen on the near side. Acevedo, Trevor McCallum, who has picked up a yellow card for the Toronto Blizzard. And the ball skips by Pesce-Solino, Rossini. Marquinhos, Elton, Alcindo, Elton. And Flamengo settle back into this one-touch passing in the back four. And this is how they began the second half until the Blizzard took the ball away. And the Blizzard came up with a couple of chances, but it still remains 2-0.
And every Flamengo player wants to get into this game. It's been a very enjoyable game, very entertaining. It must be great fun to play down there.
The long pass by Masher is cut off by Leonardo. Zinho makes a run. They'll go to the middle. Elton, Zinho. Elton tries to get away from Masher. Marquinhos, oh, what a lovely move to get away from John Fitzgerald. Scott Landry cuts off the pass for Toronto. Joseph Masher now in control for Fitzgerald. Ruben Acevedo to the near side for Tom Van Heusen. Van Heusen making the run himself, trying to do it all himself, and he can't. And Nando again getting a talking to from Mr. Evangelista. And the free kick for the Blizzard will come from about 10 yards outside the box. And Bujica has come into the game. Alcindo and Nando have come out of the game. The two front runners. Number 15, Marcelino.
And let's see if Charlie Falzon tries left foot on this one, or else he'll chip it to the far post.
Sanchez is number 10 to the left of the ball. Sanchez will try it himself, and Cantarelli is there. Trevor McCallum for Toronto. Fitzgerald. And a somewhat lonely chant of some Blizzard supporters here at Varsity, as many of the fans here, as you might expect, cheering on Flamengo to the samba beat. on a beautiful night at Varsity Stadium.
Beautiful night for soccer, and the crowd have really enjoyed the skills seen here. In the second half, the Toronto Blizzard have taken a page out of Flamengo's book. They've slowed it down a bit, they've pushed it around, kept control better. They've not tried these long, very difficult balls, these beat 5 players with 1 pass balls. They're beginning to build up a lot better and keep possession a lot better.
Zinho. Marquinhos. Ahead for Bojica. Trying to bust through. Renato, and Harrington was there. Renato pushed off the ball by Trevor McCallum, and he just couldn't turn in time. Rajbali plays it up the field for Pesha Solido, and this pass will go into touch. Just over 20 minutes to play. 2-0 Flamengo of Brazil, leading the Toronto Blizzard. The Canada Day Cup here on TSN. Both goals coming in the first half. Nando at 13 minutes, and Zico, the legendary Zico of Brazil, scoring at 32 minutes. Leandro Rossini. Rogerio. The long ball looking for Marcelino. Van Heusen for Falzon. And they'll work the ball neatly up the sideline. Leandro with the throw-in for Flamengo. For Ailton. Ailton pushes through, a little give and go. Ailton gets through. McCallum is there to bring it down. And then it's cleared away by Landry. And Ailton nearly got through. Boy, you are right, though, and you say that they make a run. It's one touch, and as soon as the one person gives up the ball, he'll run into the open space.
And the speed over the first 5 yards is amazing. That's where they gain so much possession. They read it and they go. From 1 to 5, they're as quick as anything.
Sprinter speed out of the blocks. Landry. Sanchez is in the middle. That's where the pass went, and it was cut off by Rogerio. Little give and go. Rogerio is through. Oh, and he just overstepped the ball. The center back was dead tired by the time he got to the goalkeeper's area, and he just fell over the ball. Fitzgerald clutched and grabbed and brought down, and the foul is on Flamengo. Let's take a break. Flamengo leading 2-0 Canada Day Cup on TSN. We'll return in just a minute.
Underneath all those delicious pizza toppings lies the secret of McCain Croissant Pizza.
You gonna finish that last piece of crust? If you'll let me have it, I'll double your allowance. How about a new stereo for that last bite of crust? What a guy.
McCain Croissant Pizza, with the crust nobody leaves behind.
Welcome back to Varsity Stadium. Flamengo leading 2-0 over the Toronto Blizzard. Ball cleared away, and the Blizzard have made a substitution. Ruben Acevedo has come out at his center back spot, and Carl Fletcher, the 17-year-old, another first-round draft pick, 4th overall by the Blizzard, again from Scarborough Blues. He and Paul Pesha Solido were teammates, and great initiation here for Carl as he gets to play one of the great teams in the world.
Quite a challenge for Carl Fletcher to move into that centre-back spot, face the speed of these Flamengo attackers.
Joseph Masher overruns the ball. Falzon, though, is there to pick up. Falzon. Van Heusen. There's the difference, Graham. Nobody is running to help Falzon. Van Heusen was standing and waiting for the pass instead of running somewhere to make space.
You also have to remember that Charlie Falzon was pressured by 3 red and black shirts. He virtually cut out any angle he had to lay the ball off, other than to Tom Van Hoosen.
Renato plays it upfield. Leandro looks for Bushika in the middle, and the pass doesn't get there, and it's played back to Pat Harrington. Some 16 minutes to play. 2-0 Flamengo leading Toronto Blizzard.
And the Toronto Blizzard could use the next goal. They've certainly had more of the game in the second half, and the goal now would be just about perfect.
Sanchez making the run, but he's all by himself. Sanchez trying to work it across. Oh! And Cantarelli gets the big left arm out, and the veteran keeper stops another good chance by Toronto.
Well, he may be number 2 goalkeeper to Carlos, but the big fella's having a great game. This is good skills by Sanchez. Watch him get to the byline, try to clip it across, but the big keeper smothers it.
Zinho for Elton. Leonardo lays it off into the middle for Elton. Elton will try himself, and he booms it off Trevor McCallum.
Booms it right off Trevor McCallum. You'll have a big bruise there tomorrow, Trev.
Marcelino, Falzon marking him, and Charlie Falzon will get the card as Marcelino is left in a heap here at varsity.
Look at that crowd. Just marvelous to see a crowd like that at Varsity Stadium, although Marcelino's not enjoying it too much right now. Charlie Falzon a little late on the tackle, and the substitute Marcelino is still down, being treated by the trainer. Marcelino skins him here. He's clean through. Charlie's way late, way above the ball, and on that evidence anyway, certainly deserved the yellow card. Marcelino, one of the young up-and-coming superstars for this Flamengo side. They brought a really young squad to Toronto. And Masha takes that one in the back, and he'll have a bruise there tomorrow too.
The corner kick taken quickly. Zinho works his way across the top of the backs for Leandro. Leonardo plays it through, and oh boy, are they fast. And Harrington just a little quicker that time. Played right back and offside as the Flamengo player, maybe a little slow, a little lazy to get out, Leandro.
I would think that the Toronto Blizzard, when they play the CSL game this Sunday, will be just a little sharper than they've been the last few weeks, as we see another substitute come on, Gino Di Florio, coming into the game with a heavily bandaged left knee, and young Paul Pesce-Solido had a tough evening, but as usual, giving it 100% and fought for every ball.
Fletcher plays it back for Harrington. Gino Di Florio has been battling a bad knee. He has 1 goal so far this season. He had 7 a year ago for the Blizzard in the CSL. And he'll move up front along with Sanchez and Fitzgerald. Harrington to McCallum. 12 minutes and some 50 seconds on the stadium clock remaining. 2-0 Flamengo leading. Rogerio. Leonardo has moved way up front. Leaves it for Zinho. A little give and go. Marquinhos tries to get by Scott Landry and can't, and it'll be a corner kick. You certainly don't want to turn your back because they'll be all over you and by.
Well, that's the trouble. You tend to get mesmerized by them and watch the ball, and while you're watching the ball, the person you're marking sneaks in behind you, and they've done that several times this evening.
Zinho Can't control it at the edge of the box. John Fitzgerald will bring it back the other way for Toronto. Marquinhos there to watch him. Fitzgerald in tight. Rajbali to the near side for Pan Houston. Nice header forward for Charlie Falzon. Charlie Falzon slips on the turf. Still in control. Falzon battling well. Trying to remain in control against Leandro, who finally wins it for Ailton. This is Renato. Sanchez trying to get back and defend. Grabs a fistful of sweater. Mr. Evangelista didn't see it, and they play off. Marcelinos. Marquinhos. Leandro. Marcelino. Finally into the middle and too far as Mujica had made the run up the middle. And Harrington was there. Mr. Evangelista has called a good game this evening.
Well, he's in an easy game to referee. He's been there when it was needed, but these teams have played it in a good spirit. It's been a very, very good exhibition match. And the crowd, the large crowd here at Barnsley, have certainly enjoyed it.
Sanchez is still down and slow to get up for the Blizzard. Opportunity, Renato makes the run. Zinho trying to cross it, and it'll go off Trevor McCallum. And over the end line, it'll be another corner for Flamengo with 10 minutes remaining. Renato will move to the far side to take this corner for Flamengo. Neither of the goals have come off of set plays. Renato. Harrington punches it away and just gets it over the head of a charging Marquinhos. Carl Fletcher near side, and it'll go into touch. Ailton. The long shot by Leonardo, no problem for Pat Harrington. The throw to Fletcher. He gets by Marquinhos. Pan Houston. Pat Harrington. He got his hands on one goal, and on the other goal, well, he was just completely out of position. Deked beautifully by Nando.
Look out.
Fitzgerald with the run. Sanchez is in the middle. Fitzgerald. And coming over to cover was Rossini. Landry chips it through, looking for Sanchez. To the near side. Marcelino. Leandro makes the run, and that's where the ball goes. Marquinhos. Oh, nice through ball. Leonardo has moved up. Leonardo just misses as he goes over the bar.
Couldn't quite get the ball to sit right for him, but what a great run. We said at the start of the show, watch for Leonardo moving up from his fullback position. The first touch just isn't there. It's not running for him at all. There, he usually takes one touch, then cracks it. He has to go wide. As a result, can't get it on target.
But as you say, you have no fear of moving up if you're a fullback if you can get back in time, and they have the speed to do that. Renato through midfield, little give and go, and Renato overruns the ball. Pan Houston, and it's pushed into touch. We talked about a good crowd here to see this game, the Canada Day Cup. 17,200 to see Flamengo and the Toronto Blizzard. And the promoter, Mr. Francois Glassman, congratulations to you and your entire promotional group. DeFlorio across Fitzgerald. Oh, John Fitzgerald just over the bar. Set up beautifully by Gino DeFlorio.
It was an absolutely marvelous cross. Cantarelli was in no man's land. John Fitzgerald thought all he had to do was get a touch to it. Look at the keeper go up for it. Just needs a little touch. He flicks it over the bar. Just watch this cross. Perfect. John Fitzgerald says, pick this out, but it just goes high, and he's not at all pleased. He knows he should have put the Blizzard on the scoreboard.
John Fitzgerald with 1 goal so far this CSL season, had 4 a year ago. Sergio Sanchez slow to get up after a tackle and rubbing that right ankle. But the Blizzard have had the better opportunities here in this second half and are just failing to connect. And you're right, without Zico in there in the midfield to control things, this Flamengo side is a totally different team.
Plus the fact that they came out with the wrong attitude for the second half. They felt it was going to be too easy. The Blizzard challenged them. They fought for every ball. And I tell you, this is a good advertisement for the Canadian Soccer League. There's many teams have played against Flamengo and come away with a lot worse score than 2-0. And the game's not over yet.
Renato. Oh, right off the side of the face of Gino DeFlorio. One place where the Flamengo side hasn't made any substitutions is in their back four. Their starting back four of Leonardo, Rogerio, Rossini, and Leandro are still in the game.
Well, they want to win this game. You said at the start of the show, you know, do they come up here just for the money? Definitely not. They come up to put a show on. They know they've got fans here, as they have all over the world. They've entertained these fans. 2-0. I'm sure the fans thought it might be more, but you got to give full marks to the Blizzard for hanging in there. But certainly Flamengo put on an entertaining show here this evening. Goncalves has come in for Marcio Rossini, just as you said they'd keep the back four intact. Then Marcio Rossini comes out.
Trevor McCallum wins the ball in midfield. McCallum now making the run, looking for some help. DeFlorio's in the middle. So is Sanchez, gets it across, and it's there. And Rogerio back to defend and intercept that pass for Sanchez. Trevor McCallum, I wouldn't think at this point in the game he'd have anything left to make a run like that.
Strong player. Once he gets ahead of steam up, it's tough to knock him off the ball. He doesn't make enough of these runs forward. I think he's disciplined himself to stay back when he's playing center.
Here's a run. Bujica trying to get back, and oh, look at the youngster, 17-year-old Carl Fletcher get back to win the ball and play it neatly to Pat Harrington.
And he took a page out of Rosario's boot.
Oh, here we go. Renato trying to get through, and oh, look at Fletcher as he gets over to make the sliding tackle a la Rogerio. DeFlorio for Rajbali. Ahead onside, but too far for Sanchez, and Cantarelli was there. Approximately 3 minutes to go in this Canada Day Cup here at Varsity Stadium. Flamengo of Brazil leading 2-0 over the Toronto Blizzard. And Fletcher will play it all the way back to... Fitzgerald for Joseph Masher, who makes the run through the middle. Sanchez lays it off for DeFlorio. A little give and go. Near side for Falzon. Falzon trying to work the ball across. Masher is just inside the box, a little over his head. He wins the ball, then gives it away. Bujica on the far side for Flamengo, right at the center field stripe. Renato makes the run. Zinho is in the middle. That's where it'll go. Zinho and Fletcher back to mark him. And Carl Fletcher, for a substitution, has seen quite a bit of play late in this game. Masher. Near side for Charlie Falzon. Tom Van Heusen is making a run, but the fullback won't get there in time because the ball wasn't even close. Gonçalves for Rogerio to Leonardo. Renato. Oh, neatly taken away by Trevor McCallum. Joseph Masher through midfield for Gino De Florio. Nice play to Sanchez if he can get by Rogerio. Play to John Fitzgerald. He needs some help. Sanchez in the middle. Fitzgerald trying to get by Rogerio. Edge of the box. Looks for some help. Has it now from Rajbal. The Blizzard tried to work it across, but just too many red and black shirts. And Fitzgerald forced to give it away. Cantarelli. Gonçalves to Marcelino. Leandro making the run. And offside. And if it was by a step and certainly no more. Leandro on the near side, the fullback making the run.
Well, Vince Rush was right there. And Leandro was level with the back defender. Offside. Good decision by Vince Rush.
Joseph Masher to the far side for Scott Landry. And there's the whistle from Mr. Tony Evangelista. And this Canada Day Cup is over here at Varsity Stadium. Flamengo of Brazil win 2-0 over the Toronto Blizzard.
And the 17,000 fans have been royally entertained. Great skills by Flamengo. A creditable performance by the Toronto Blizzard. The CSL not embarrassed by any means. What a good advertisement for this Canadian Soccer League. Flamengo showed us that Brazilian soccer can still rate as the best in the world. They only won 2-0, but it only takes one.
We'll have more from Varsity Stadium. The Canada Day Cup on TSN. Flamengo of Brazil win 2-0 over the Toronto Blizzard.